Hey, yo, guys, what's going on? See, I'm coming at you today. So there's a new platform out called Theta, and I'm thinking of moving my YouTube channel over there. Everybody there's so nice. Everybody's so supportive of each other, and unlike YouTube, everybody supports each other. All the streamers support each other. They're very kind to each other. They try to help each other out. YouTube, as anybody has noticed, is very much it's a cutthroat industry, right? You're totally trying to cut each other's throats for watch time and views, and Theta is just not that way. It's very supportive of all of the streamers, and all the streamers are supportive of each other. So I think that is, sorry, I'm moving the mic here. I think that's a very important thing, and really a big, huge draw to me coming in. So now one thing we have to do is we have to try to apply for a Theta key, a streamer key. I was supposed to do it on Twitter or Twitch, I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd make a video on this real quick and just kind of explain. If I do get a key, I probably will be moving platforms, and you probably won't see them on YouTube anymore. And those that don't know me, kind of check me out. And what's the Theta channel going to be? Well, some of the old-timer YouTubers, we actually used to share videos between each other more than actually posting them. We were kind of a tight-knit group of guys that really just worked together to help each other. And so that's one thing that on Theta that I'm really looking forward to. Okay, guys, this is not necessarily watch time, it's just helping people. And so that's good because, let's be honest, the world is one world and we're all one people. And, the one thing about life, none of us are getting out of it alive. So you might as well help each other. So that aside, okay, so what is DH Driller? I will no longer be Helmig Homestead on Theta. I will be DH Driller. What's DH Driller? It's my old email, right? It was just a quick, easy. That's what you're called when you sign up for your email. So now DH Driller, what are you gonna do? Right? What kind of a channel? Well, the same channel we were doing, same exact channel we were doing. So we're going to walk you through, help you out, but hear me out, so let me go through the list of everything that we do here, right? And anybody that's been following knows. We do cart maintenance, auto repair, working on Harleys, home improvements, electrical and plumbing basics, small engine repair, engine problem diagnosing, woodworking, logging, timber management, sawmilling at home, farm and ranch management, livestock questions, and flock health. Furniture making, fence building, tool reviews, product testing, men's health and hygiene. I mean, we do everything here. Basically, it's kind of a man channel, right? I mean, girls are more than welcome, by all means. But it's just kind of a good place for guys to get together, run some things, bounce them off of each other, right, and see what you think. And if you don't know, then, ask, and we'll teach you. I have a huge, extensive background. Anybody that knows me especially knows. So, who am I? Let's go through the background. So, I started off life as a young man. Dropped out of high school. I had a baby very early. So, it was my junior year summer. So, I wasn't even a senior yet in high school. Had a baby and dropped out, got married, and had to provide for a family. So, I went into the construction business. And so, I started off fence building. Ended up going to a cabinet shop and cabinet making. After that, went to furniture making. After that, went to, I'm trying to keep them all in the timeline here. Went to well drilling. And I did that for about, I don't know, what did I do that for? About 8 years. 8 years I was a well driller. 2 different companies, 5 years at one and about 2 to 3 at the other. That was during the whole economic crash, like 2008, right? So, during that whole downtime, I worked in shipyards. In the meantime, became a certified welder. What else, man? I mean, construction. In the meantime, yeah, I did construction. I did framing. I did roofing. I did basic plumbing and electrical. I didn't have a license, but as long as I called it, being the owner, I could do that as long as I had it inspected and just pass inspection. And yeah, handyman, did that. And then time to pick back up, and so I went logging. I was a logger for several years, and it's kind of a passion of mine. I love it. And logging and sawmilling, guys will notice, is kind of my biggest thing. It's just where I'm comfortable. It's what I love doing. It's what I love doing. Was an auto mechanic in there too. Ended up back in well drilling, and now the whole COVID thing struck, and now we're coming down again. But it's okay, because you can do so much, right? You can do so much, and you can make up for it and make your own money, and really, it's fine. We get by just fine with the skills that I have, and there's no problems there. So all those things mentioned, why should anybody watch? Why should anybody watch us on YouTube or Theta? Well, let me give you a good answer. Does anybody remember Bob Vila, the home improvement guy? You guys remember him? Right? Bob Vila, right? I mean, he could build a remodel from scratch, do a home to code, like a whole weekend, back on Channel 10 OPB, back in, in my neck of the woods. So now what would it be worth to have a guy like that, that knows what he's doing, can get you by, can help you on anything, right, and totally walk you through it. But what is it worth? What is it worth to have a guy like that and all those years of knowledge and be able to talk to you live, right? We'll be showing videos. Anybody that's seen YouTube, right? You kind of see like the background right now. Let me work on some OBS. We'll get some videos going in there, and so we can shrink me down. Watch videos of me working on Harleys, replacing clutches, doing framing, timber framing, sawmilling, everything that we do anyway. And while that's playing, I can pause it. And in the chat, somebody has a question, we can totally pause it and take a minute and discuss that. What is that worth to people? You know what I mean? Can you imagine if Bob Vila had the time or the capability and the technology back then to actually do this? It would have been revolutionary. I mean, it would have totally changed home ownership, home improvement, automotive. I mean, we're talking from Bob Vila to Vice Grip Garage to, everybody. What would you give to be able to talk to those guys alive and ask them real in-time questions as it's happening, right? Because once they film it, you're kind of stuck. It's like, well, yeah, I get the concept, but my situation's just a hair different because of X, Y, and Z, right? So, wouldn't it be nice to ask the questions? It'd be really nice, wouldn't it? So let's get together, guys. Let's build a community. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I mean, let's just build a community. Let's do it. Let's go for it. If that is kind of not wanting to go for it, but that's all right, man. We're going to prove to them. We got a following. This is what people want. They want answers to their questions live in real time, and kind of a manly man channel. It's so like I tell everybody, they're like, well, what makes you different than any other how-to guy? I'm like, well, every neighborhood grew up with that one guy. Everybody had that one guy. It's like, I need to borrow a planer, but I don't have one. Well, I'll just hit up, driller. Well, hey, I need to borrow a whatever, but I don't have one. Well, I know driller's got one. Hey, I want to build my wife a beautiful footstool. I have some wood, that we heard claimed out of some old house or whatever. It would mean a lot to her to be sentimental, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know where to start. I'm going to call up driller. Every neighborhood has that. Every town has that. And you hate asking too much because sometimes those people get, I wouldn't say offended, but they get kind of worn out because everybody's, borrowing their stuff. But you can kind of get away with it here because it's what I'm here for. And I'll be that guy. I'll be your guy. We all, become a family, a community, and not just me, everybody else. Everybody else, right? So there's going to be other people coming here and know certain more things than I do. And we can all learn off of each other. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And that's a beautiful thing about the technology that we have nowadays. And why not share it? Because like I said, none of us get out of this alive. You might as well help each other. So let's go for it, man. Let's create a community. Let's create a family. And kind of get back on track. The world's crazy. The world's crazy right now, man. And let's just create community again. Even if it's got to be from afar. Afar is fine. We got to do what we got to do. But we can still have community, and we can still have people we trust. And we can still do things on our own. Believe it or not, yes, any of you, even you, can do most things on your own. The only thing that stops you is you don't know how, and you just don't know where to start. And so that's kind of where we come in. And yeah, we'll be your guy. We'll be your neighbor. Invite you over for a beer that you can just end up drinking in his garage way too late in the evening. And your wife's going to be all worried about you, and you're going to be like, shut up, honey. You know, I'm learning. He's teaching me everything. You know, he's teaching me everything I need to know. You know, just shut up, leave me alone. I'm that neighbor guy, man. I always was, always have been, always will be. And you know, especially with the COVID and everything, everybody's kind of locked up. You're not really supposed to go and see the neighbors like you were. So let's just do it, man. You know, let's share it. Share it with it's our responsibility and our duty to help each other. And we can do that through this state, that's great. We can do it through this country, in America, that's great. And if we do it in the world,